I feel like for the pre-pharmacy students out there, there's the pharmacist or the pharmacy student isn't a certain cookie cutter student, right? Mm-hmm. So going into pharmacy school as a well-seasoned student, I would say, Brittany, you have, like you said, you have your master's, you have your bachelor's, you kind of feel out of place because a lot of your classmates are going to be the pharmacy degree. To get into pharmacy school, you really only need 2 years of, I wouldn't say 2 years, 2 or 3 years of coursework. You don't need a bachelor's degree to start pharmacy school. Yeah. And so that's actually one of the things that I struggled with starting pharmacy school was like adapting to like not even the curriculum or the coursework, but just my classmates, my fellow classmates. They're a different age than me. They have different life experiences. I've been through a little bit more than they have. But for the people out there who are transitioning or changing careers and going into pharmacy, don't feel bad about it and don't feel like you are, I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but just don't feel left out. Just embrace the process because really there's a lot of people out there that have degrees that are changing careers, and mm-hmm. What that highlights is that what you want to do and you know what you need to do to get there. So it benefits you and it works in your favor.
Yeah. Well, speaking on that wasn't even one of my questions, but that is very good because that is something that I struggled with, being 30-something, going back to college, basically. I feel like I always tell people I'm going to graduate when I'm 60. So what are some things that, like going through that experience from your first year, what are some things that you think you would have done a little bit differently or that helped you to like connect with your classmates?
I wouldn't have done anything differently. I feel like it was just I probably would have balanced, my school life situation better. Because one, I'm moving to a new state, and I also have a 11-year-old daughter that we're moving to a whole different state. We're getting acquainted to Cincinnati. And also this new lifestyle, So I think that's something that I would change because pharmacy school is challenging in the fact that you have to be very organized. You have to have a set schedule that you are going to follow every day, every week, or else it will consume you. Okay? Because you have a full schedule. You are in class for 8 hours a day, 6 to 8 hours a day, at least for your first year, and on top of that, which a lot of people don't know, pharmacy students are licensed interns, so which is actually a benefit because you get to practice alongside pharmacists. I mean, you can't do everything that pharmacists can do, but you have that advantage or that opportunity to practice while you're in school, So this is something that isn't said. You don't need to intern while you're in pharmacy school, but it would, I think it would you would greatly benefit from it if you do have an internship. So for me, before I started pharmacy school, I had secured an internship at the VA, and actually it just happened to fall in my lap, and so that goes back to say how you should really do your research before applying to the school and see what you want to do. Some people go into it not really, and it's okay if you don't know what you want to do. I'm not telling everybody to go into pharmacy school knowing what career or how they want their career to pan out, but it does help. So I got an email and it was saying that they were looking for first-year pharmacy students at the VA. at that time, I knew that I wanted to work at the VA because the VA has this awesome system that they have, like the role that pharmacists have at the VA is unique in that they have pharmacists that are working in an ambulatory care setting where they meet with patients, they do med recs, they counsel patients, they are, they work in a collaborative setting where they communicate with doctors, nurse practitioners, nurses, social workers, and so forth. So they have a lot of autonomy